Hey, welcome to the Wavy Digital Desk. I'm here with Steve Fundero today, meteorologist, to talk about what to expect this upcoming holiday weekend. I know that it's the first day of winter and things are not as chilly today, but they are going to be chilly over the weekend.
It's going to be cold, like coldest air of the season, maybe coldest air we've had in a couple of years. We're talking about wind chill factors below zero at times, late Friday night into early Saturday morning. So like bundle up kind of cold. It's been interesting because the biggest hype and talk about any big winter storm or the first one of the season always is chances for snow, right? Everyone wants, is it going to snow? Is it going to snow? It's just been interesting to see this storm evolve the way it has. And now the bigger story really is the wind and the cold and how cold it's going to get for Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
And we will let you know some poll results from Wavy.com. And if you want to actually go to Wavy.com and vote right now, I know that people are wanting snow or people are not wanting snow. So we'll give you those results later on at the end. But first, let's get into travel. I know people are going to go see family. People are going home for the holidays. So Steve, what can you tell us about what that's looking like?
So regionally, today is quiet, and it's really your last quiet day to kind of get some stuff done around the house, maybe prep your home for any sort of bitter cold conditions, car, things like that. You want to do some last minute errands. You got nothing to worry about. Today's kind of the day. Tomorrow we have all this rain moving in, so the East Coast is going to be dealing with a big chunk of some rainfall towards pretty much all day on Thursday. So you see a lot of the greens on our what do you call it here? A little airplane map here, a little forecast for airports here. I don't expect any big or significant delays in travel, like in flights and things like that on Thursday. It's really just rain moving up the East Coast. Airports tend to handle that all right. It's not going to be super windy, so planes should be able to manage some of the wind gusts that are around on Thursday and Thursday evening. There may just be some visibility problems. So if you're traveling Thursday, that's like pushing the line. I think we'll be okay, but it's like pushing the line a little bit. If you're going out west to Chicago, Detroit, out towards Minnesota, when the snow starts to come in on Thursday, the timing is a little bit different. If you're going further west on Thursday, that's where some bigger issues will be because you have the cold front moving through, and that's where the wind is even more significant, and then there's be some snow to contend with as well. But all in all, in terms of snowfall totals out of this big system, I don't see tremendous amount of issues with snow and the airports, and they'll be able to manage and treat that. It's more so the wind with this whole system. Friday morning, if you got flights in and out of Norfolk and say JFK or Newark or Dulles, again, it'll be the wind. I'm not expecting any big precipitation on Friday morning or really Friday itself. It's just the wind. There's going to be wind gusts to 40-ish miles an hour. Sustained should be around 25-ish, pretty much up and down the East Coast. Airplanes, especially big airplanes, they should be able to handle that. But there may be just the ripple down effects. Just expect delays if you're going to the airport, especially on Friday. All of this moves out by the weekend, and that's just when all the cold air moves in, Sarah. And then there will likely be some ripple effects into Saturday itself from all the delays that will likely be the case on Friday. If you're driving, I don't know if we're driving super far up to New England where flash freezing will be a problem. If you're driving regionally, you'll be okay. Just the earlier the better. Always the case when you have these big systems moving in. Earlier the better. That way you can avoid any of it. But if you got to get out and about and driving on Friday, you should be okay. It's really windy. So careful driving around across the bridges, especially the CBBT. I know you're new to the area. Have you ever driven over that bridge?
I have driven on that bridge.
It's the coolest bridge ever. The coolest bridge ever.
It's great, but I don't know if I'd want to be driving on it in 40 mile per hour winds.
Yeah. So there will be the sustained winds across the Chesapeake Bay are going to be a little bit higher than those across Norfolk and Portsmouth and just the area itself. Less friction over water. So there could be some restrictions on that big bridge. So if you're taking 13 up through the Eastern Shore, headed up to Philly or avoiding I-95 and you want to go up towards the Eastern Shore, just be wary of that. The wind will be a bigger issue for us on Friday compared to any other sort of precipitation, so to speak.
And then, that's going to be a big issue for people wanting to go outside, wanting to go to those holiday light displays, wanting to get out with their families.
Yeah.
What are activities going to look like this weekend for people?
Yeah. Cold. My wife and I were kind of hesitant on getting tickets for the botanical gardens.
Yes, I was just there last night.
probably it was best weather to do so.
I know, we got out there early.
And it was great. I mean, and it's fantastic. Never only been here a couple of years. I was looking at buying tickets on Thursday, and as you see,
Yes, we see what it looks like on here.
Yeah, Thursday's our best chance for precipitation. We get soaked, and there'll be some pockets of heavy rain and maybe a couple thunderstorms thrown in there, but not as windy. Just our rain day to contend with. So if you have plans Thursday, if you got friends coming into town Thursday, outdoor activities, not the best just because of how wet it will be. It'll be awkwardly warm though on Thursday. It will be up near 60 degrees.
Wow.
This is before the cold air comes blasting in, which is Friday. That's when it comes on in. But a rain day on Thursday, our best chance for precipitation. All of us I say all of us and I assume that, wanting snow.
I mean, by the chat, that is the main question,
Everyone's
I
asking
think,
about
in
it.
the area. I know that was forecasted, but, people
Everyone wants snow, and we got to.
people wanted it.
Yeah, we got to realize in winter around here, we get all these systems that come on through, and we get excited for a chance of snow. But the setup has to be perfect or just right here in Hampton Roads to get snow, and we just don't have that. Especially when you look at the extended forecasts and people post model runs, and hey, here's what 10, 15 days out looks like. We got a foot of snow on the way. It's like you really have to take that with a grain of salt,
Right.
Because so much changes in those
Absolutely.
windows that it's like, just wait.
People are going to have to look at your map, see where the snow is if they are traveling to see family in in the area up north.
Yeah.
That's great. They will be seeing that, but in this area,
It's just,
Yes.
exactly, yeah. And even the rain we see on Friday is not going to be a whole lot. It's just a few showers. Now, there still could be a few snowflakes that mix in, especially for the peninsulas, Williamsburg, Middle Peninsula. Maybe a few snowflakes kind of like blending into the rain, which would be exciting to see. But don't expect any accumulation or anything like that. Bigger issue on Friday is the wind and is the cold. So here we go. If you got any plans this weekend, temps are going up near 60 on Thursday, but we talked about that's when we're getting soaked with rain. So don't do anything outside on Thursday. No. If you got to get any last minute cooking done, or maybe prep some cooking.
I was going to say, bake some cookies.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
Thursday's
Holiday
your
shopping.
day. Yeah, Thursday's your day. Friday will be a drier day with just a few showers. We'll start the day near 50 degrees. Sarah, look what happens when we go into Friday afternoon. This is what our actual
Yes.
temperatures will be in the 20s, and then this does not incorporate the wind chill factor. So if you have plans Friday night, me oh my, maybe make those plans a game night inside, a movie night. What's your favorite Christmas movie or holiday
Favorite
movie?
Christmas, White Christmas is a favorite, which is, I know, relevant to the
Classic.
group chat, but we have to go up to the northeast, for that one.
For an actual
right.
White Christmas. But I mean, maybe if it gets your mind there, if you watch the movie.
Exactly.
I don't think
Yes.
I've
What
ever
is
seen that
yours?
one. I've never seen that one. Growing up, it's always been Polar Express.
Oh, that's a
Just
great
'cause,
one.
I mean, Tom
Great
Hanks. and
music.
we had the book too.
Yes.
Growing up as kids,
Yeah.
and it was.
You wanted to be on that train.
Of course,
Yeah.
every kid wanted to be. Yeah. Lately, it's been I think it's a Disney short, Prep and Landing. I'm gonna highly recommend this.
Okay.
It's like a 20-minute short.
That's
it's
great.
not long.
I need another list.
It is. It's like this not awkward. It's a really funny
Okay.
short about all the elves and the prep work they do
I love that.
for Santa.
That's
It's great. It's great. Yeah, it's great. So maybe change your outdoor plans on Friday night to an indoor plan and bundle up, because when that wind is going, this was the wind we were talking about that maybe it can cause some issues with the bridges, maybe some restrictions. These are gusts, so they're not going to be sustained winds like this all day on Friday. But when that front blows through, it is like temperatures are going to drop at the snap of your fingers. It's going to be a weird weather day, and it is going to feel so cold. Here is our wind chills. This is what the temperatures are actually going to feel like. After the
Wow.
front blows in Friday evening for the 4 or 5 o'clock news, when Jeff and Ricky are on air, I mean, we're going to be talking about wind chills in the single digits and maybe even below zero at times. I'll say around 0 degrees is going to be probably what it'll feel like.
Right.
By Saturday morning, it's be so super cold.
Yeah,
Super cold.
I'm looking at those numbers, and I'm gonna pull out my puffer jacket and my scarf, or actually maybe I'll just stay inside.
That's the ticket. Yeah. Do you have any
Stay
dogs though?
inside.
Do you have to walk the dogs?
I do have a dog that the poor dog might just get a little walk around the block and then right back inside.
Here's the thing, though. Wind chills also affect our animals, right? So they will also be feeling the cold. So I don't
Yes.
think. Well, actually, my dog is a bit of a lunatic. He's got this big fur coat. He was
He is
swimming.
ready. He's
He was
ready.
like swimming in the creek this morning in the Arboretum, and I'm like, dude, it's cold out. It's like 38 degrees.
He's
and
doing the little
loving
polar
it.
plunge this morning.
Yeah, yeah. So just be careful if you got any plans Friday night. Dress accordingly. This is some really cold stuff. But we're not expecting any big precipitation. We're not expecting any big snow to slow things down. It's just cold. If you're going anywhere else, it's even colder.
Right.
I mean, you got temperatures 30 plus, 40 plus below zero up towards
Wow.
Minnesota
I mean,
and
Low temps even toward Orlando and Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wind chills in the single digits, like down towards the Panhandle of Florida and the Gulf coasts. I mean, Austin, Texas is going to be super, super cold. There was reports this morning, I believe, of temperatures, wind chill factors of 70 below
Wow.
in Wyoming. That's nuts. That's nuts. So just please dress accordingly for this little bout of stuff here. And just to kind of recap everything, this is everything you need to know for the forecast. We put all the numbers in place and all of our data in place. So pretty much 3 rounds, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Friday, not as much rain. There still is a chance for a few snowflakes, especially for those on the peninsulas. And then it just gets so cold by the weekend. So plan accordingly, dress accordingly.
Yes. Absolutely.
Coldest Christmas since 2013.
And I know at midday you guys were talking a little bit about, getting that winter preparedness in. So whether that's, sealing off some windows or doors, just making sure you're bringing that warm air in
Yeah.
as much as possible.
And do that if you can today. Do that tomorrow when it's raining and you're kind of maybe stuck inside anyway because it's
Right.
raining out. Because you don't want to do that on Christmas Eve and Christmas
Absolutely
Day,
not.
especially if you got friends and family in town. So just take care of that stuff now. Then you don't have to worry about it. And then when it gets super cold, you could relax and enjoy, maybe some peppermint schnapps in your hot cocoa or something. Or
Anything to keep you warm.
Anything to keep you
and
warm.
cozy.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it seems like people need to get out tonight if they want to do some Christmas activities outside. Or you're going to have to really bundle up this weekend or wait till next week. I think some things are also open after Christmas.
Yeah, the botanical
yes.
gardens go through the first
I
or
believe so,
second, right?
yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so I may have to put off those plans until
Yeah.
next week as well.
And I'm monitoring the Facebook chat, so if anyone does have any questions, I see some people joining are, still asking about snow for Christmas. I think, the most we're expecting this weekend, Steve, you said it, like maybe some flurries.
Yeah, maybe exactly. Maybe
But,
just some snowflakes mixing in.
Maybe this is a good time to, pretend, watch a nice Christmas movie.
Yeah. And just bundle up, enjoy the cold. It will feel like a winter wonderland. It's
Yeah.
not going to look like one.
Yeah.
And it'll be as cold as it's Arctic air coming in, so it's fitting that Santa Claus is also coming down from the North Pole. He's just bringing all the cold air with him.
Right.
So some good stuff.
But as you said, and I know that holiday travel is going to be a big thing for everyone this weekend. There might not be anything you can do about your flights, especially if they're going to certain places in the country. But if you're traveling nearby, just be careful with the rain and the cold temperatures.
And just monitor the airline too. I don't know if all airlines are doing this, but most of them, I think they're offering some sort of waiver or anything like that, or some sort of, hey, if you want to change your flight to the earlier one or a day later or a day earlier, they may be doing it without fee. So just check in with, just pay attention to see what's going on with your airline and stuff like that. A couple of our coworkers are doing a bunch of flying and stuff, and we in the middle of the midday forecast, we're trying to figure out, should you drive to Dulles and then fly over? Do you fly from, so it's.
Yes,
It's
we
a
take
never-ending
advantage
game,
of
and
the
you can-
meteorologists with our travel plans.
And you could worry about it so much when all it is, sometimes it's out of your control. So just
Absolutely.
pay attention to see what's going on and get there early.
But so far, our chat is not unlike our poll, and I did say I'd give the results. So right now, of course, 75% of people are hoping for snow. Unfortunately, you might have to go to other parts of the country for that. So,
Yeah.
if you are a lucky one getting to see some snow, enjoy it, but please stay safe.
And
in
take
the
some
cold
pictures of it
temperatures.
and
Yeah.
tag us
Yes.
on social media, because again, if you're up towards Williamsburg or you're up towards the Middle Peninsulas, there could be a few snowflakes that mix in when the front blows through. which is late morning on Friday. So maybe you're off from work and you're enjoying a nice day around the house, and there could be a chance a few snowflakes fall from the sky. Nothing's gonna stick on the ground, but kind of a little winter treat for us here in Hampton Roads. And it is winter, of course, today. Today, the first day of winter.
know.
The winter solstice is very
It is.
fitting.
It'll be fitting. I mean, if winter solstice came, and then so did this forecast for the feeling below zero temperatures. So it all comes together. I don't see any more questions in the chat, any
good.
particular questions. So I think we hopefully covered all of them for you. But if everyone can, tune in to Wavy TV 10 and the weather blog and wavy.com to get your weather needs, and continue to follow, because we will just give you updates as we get closer to the holiday weekend.
And we keep updating everything too. There's going to be like Sarah just mentioned, in probably an hour or so, I'll put another video up on the blog on wavy.com. Jeff will do one later on tonight when the late night information comes in. Jeremy's got it tweaked and covered tomorrow morning. So, I mean, if you're really curious, you want to know what's going on, I mean, just keep it here on wavy.com, especially online. Just check the blog every day, and it's got the thorough information, everything you need to know for our area, for friends coming into town and things like that. So hopefully everyone stays safe, stays warm, and has a wonderful, wonderful holiday weekend.
Yes, happy holidays. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.